everybody. Today we are gonna talk about the Google Pixel 6 and show the setup. I haven't even looked at it yet, I just see the outside of it. And so we did shoot a video of the unboxing. So this is it out of the case, but we'll talk about how it came and how to set it up this episode. Hope you enjoy. I'm so excited. Can I open it now? Okay. So this is the Google Pixel box. Team Pixel. And this is the first thing you see. I think it looks very classic, more up-to-date than the Google Pixel 4a I have. I feel like it looks like today's generation of phones, like can compete with the looks of the iPhone and the Galaxies and all that. The 4a couldn't really compete with looks. I like this two-tone. It also makes it look more attractive. The camera, and I like how they're long ways instead of that square. We're gonna take it out here. And it's got this nice sheath on it to protect the screen, which is very important. It comes with a cable with an adapter, and these ends are dual USB-Cs. It also comes with a little manual, but other than that, that is all that comes in this box. No block for charging, but that's common nowadays for a lot of phones. We peel this off, it looks very smooth, very like an updated phone. The bezels look really nice. The whole features of the outside around the phone look good. Very classic looking. I haven't even seen it turned on yet. Here's the initial screen, same as the Google Pixel 4a. Now we've already put in my SD card from my old phone. We should be able to connect and call and all that right away once we set it up. Go ahead and start setting up our Google Pixel here. This is nice graphics here, different than the other one. Of course, for us, we want English, so we're gonna hit get started. It says it's activating our network. Your Verizon phone is now activated. Okay. All right, now we're looking for some network, and I gotta grab my old phone. We are now connected to Wi-Fi, hopefully. It's amazing how phones have came so far where you had to go to the store in order to switch your phone over, and now all you have to do is put in your SD card and ready to go, other than the setup of your phone. I think that's pretty dang cool. There we go. Okay. Here we go. I just had the wrong password. Some good graphics, I think. They're pretty cool. Not as common. Okay. So this is talking about how to copy apps and data. So you can choose to transfer your apps, photos, and contacts in your Google account to this new phone, which I heard is actually pretty easy to do. We take our cable here. It says you can use an Android or an iPhone, so hey, that's pretty dang cool. I have a Google Pixel 4, so we're just gonna be going from Pixel to Pixel. Probably have to unlock this. I would like to eventually see if it would be just as easy as with an iPhone and what all it would actually transfer over it. This is talking about domain policy settings will be enforced. Device password must be set. Administrators will be able to remotely wipe the device, and it says administrators will be able to remotely remove account from the device. You can also locate your device using this, ring your device, and reset your password and lock your device. This is going to be how we set up our fingerprint, which this will be interesting because it doesn't have the fingerprint reader like it does on the 4. I'm actually kind of curious about this. Touch and hold the fingerprint sensor. Keep your finger on the sensor until you feel vibration. Okay. Okay, well that was very interesting. Fingerprint reader is on the front of the phone. It's not built into a button or anything, which I think is pretty dang cool. The only thing I'm worried about is this sits out a little bit, that I'm worried you're gonna scratch the camera lenses up. That'd be something I'd be worried about because it does sit right on those cameras and it sticks out not very much, but enough to where that's where the weight sits. So I would be kind of worried that would get scratched. Other than that, it's an overall really good design. They got rid of the headphone jack, which kind of sucks. So you will have to do the wireless headphones again. It looks kind of similar. It's not as round, it's more square than the Pixel 4, which is kind of interesting and good. It's larger, as you can see while we're waiting on this to transfer. Holy cow, I have 88 gigabytes of data to transfer over.
Whoo-wee. That's a lot of data.
It says it's going to take about 13 minutes to do this. We've got through the download. Now it wants us to activate the voice match for him. You can always change your voice at any time. That's in general what all this is saying. So you can re-record your voice later. So one thing that's nice about this, it says that you can access your assistant without unlocking your phone, which is one thing that was not great about the 4A because I'd always want to set reminders and it'd make me unlock my phone, and so I'd have to take my phone out of my pocket, which was pointless. Oh hey, it's also got Google Pay. It still had my cards on file. It just transferred them over, which is really nice. Here's the issuer terms. They're actually not that long. You know, normally it's about 15 pages, just this one paragraph, and it's about how bank is okay with letting me use Google Pay pretty much. Contacting my bank and verifying my card. Now it says that I can add another email, identify music around you, keep display always on. You can add more emails, which I do need to do because I have a work email, a school email, and my regular email. So I guess it already has them all in there. I don't think we want to have the display always on just because they've already said the battery isn't that great on the Pixel 6s, which is the one thing I'm worried about, so I'm not going to turn on that. So change the font on the phone, which is nice. I think that's great, especially for people that can't see very well, because you can make it pretty large. You can also make it pretty small, but even I can't read that very well. So we're going to hit done for now. This is, you know, it'll send update. So it was nice because actually while I was go ahead and changing the settings in my phone, it was actually copying my data as I did that. That's why I didn't feel like it took 13 minutes. It is still going, but it was going on in the background as I set up the other stuff on the phone. Most phones can only do that one part at a time, and we just did all of that all together. So I didn't have to wait that full 13 minutes and not have anything to do. Now we are at a waiting point where we can't do anything until it's done copying over the data. It says it's about 8 minutes. Here we are. It's finally done downloading, so we can now remove the cabling. So that was pretty quick. It took about 10-ish minutes. It hasn't been too painful as far as setting it up. You know how sometimes you have phones that feels like you have to type in every password in order to even just get started. I've literally only had to type in my password once, and it says it's transferring everything, including my text messages in the past and everything. So I'll be curious to look to see if it's all there or not. And it's gonna show us kind of how to use it. Swipe up from the bottom of your screen. This gesture always takes you to the home screen. Oh, I'm trying it. Okay. Hey, all right. I like how it takes you through it and you get to try it before it goes on to the next step. That actually, I really like that, and I think it'll really help you get a good understanding of the phone, because when I got the Google Pixel 4a, it didn't have anything like that, and it took me forever to learn how to use it properly and get it to work. So I came from the iPhone, so it was even harder. Now it's talking about how to get to your previous screen, so you're just gonna swipe backwards in the middle of your screen. Now it's gonna tell us how to switch apps. Go to the bottom of your screen and hold, then release. So you kind of pull it in and it shrinks. That's just like the 4A. So we're gonna swipe up to go home, and okay, so this literally looks identical to what my Pixel looks like. Copied everything. Let's see if we scroll over here. The apps are in the exact same spot as they were in my 4A. Now I don't know how that will be to an iPhone going to a Google Pixel, but if you're going from Pixel to Pixel, you literally don't have to do anything. Everything looks the same, but on a bigger screen. The text messages are there, but the names aren't there. And I don't...
It didn't copy over your contacts?
That's what I'm gonna check to see if it just hasn't loaded yet. So it didn't transfer all of my contacts. Oh, it's got all my contacts though now. Maybe it just wasn't loaded yet. It's still loading though. Let's give that a few minutes before we say it was a fail. There we go. It all just loaded. So it did transfer out all my contacts and my text messages and everything. So I literally haven't lost a thing. Amazing. Let's look at my photos too to see if it transferred over all my photos. Ooh, I'm really excited about this camera. It actually says I have an update available for my camera already. One thing that's nice about this new update, there's this dot in the corner and it tells you when your camera or video is being used, which I think is very helpful because nowadays weird stuff happens. So it'd be nice to know if your phone is camera or anything like that's being used. So it's not 100% done with my setup yet. My apps are still downloading. Some of them are up and some of them are not. That's taking some time too, which is normal because I have a billion apps. Here is the new Google Pixel 6. This is how you kind of generate generally set it up and what that's going to look like. Here in the near future, we are going to do another video that talks about the camera and some of those other features. But we first want to just get out about how to set up the Google Pixel, so that'll maybe help you all out. So we'll see you next time here, and we'll talk about the features of the Google Pixel 6. See ya!